Hello friends, my name is Avinash and welcome to your own YouTube channel all about wealth. In today's video, we'll be going through some market overview and we'll be going ahead and looking towards some of the rumors as well as some of the good news related to the Concensus event. And we'll be going ahead and covering a coin which has a huge capability of giving you some huge returns in the upcoming days. So let's go to the computer screen and find out all of these topics. But before moving ahead, I would like to advise you, I'm not a financial advisor. Please make sure that you do any kind of investment by doing your own market research. So let's go to the computer screen and find out these things. So guys, let's start with a general lookup at the BTC and the market overview, right? So if we talk about the market, right, the market cap is like $387 billion back, right? So, but the BTC dominance is 37.2%, right? So it has gone up. Now, whenever we see that the market cap actually gets decreases, the BTC dominance is actually getting increased, right? So it's a good sign for the BTC, but definitely not for all the coins. And if we talk about the overall crypto, now only IOTA is in somewhat in green, otherwise all the cryptos are in red if we talk about, right? So if we have a look at this chart, so it's a general overview, so I'm not opening up the trading view chart. So if we talk about the BTC chart here, that's a one-day chart, right? We can see that, you know, since last 15 to 20 days it was giving a momentum, quite a momentum here, but still it has started dropping and correcting itself again. So bearish, bearish mode has been activated again. So right now what we are looking at in terms of the long-term predictions, or what actually goes ahead and activated the bullish mode, that it should go ahead and break this $9,000 and make sure that it goes up, right? Otherwise it will stay in this channel of the bearish mode itself again and again, right? So let's go ahead and continue about the news right now. So let's start off with something quite funny and interesting, right? I just was checking my Twitter account and I just saw this tweet that is on your screen right now. So if you can have a look on this tweet, right? So now even if we ignore all the points here, the marked up points tell us some part of the story. Well, when you have ICOs, you collect your Ethereum or Neo, whatever the blockchain that coin is building on. Now, it makes it a bit easier for these altcoins, in which some of them are shit coins, right? So, as they can cover these listings charges on Binance. I really wonder why good project coins doesn't have that volume and they suffer the price increase, right? So if CZ or the Binance is actually asking you for $1 million or over just to go ahead and list the the coin, only God can help you in that situation, right? So now moving on, let's go ahead and check. Now if we have if you see here, ZCash is actually going ahead and making an uptrend, right? So the news behind it is that if we go ahead and see, this is the news: Gemini exchange to add ZCash, Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, right? So Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin have been in the news since a quite long time that they will be getting added on the Gemini exchange, but that is one of the reasons why ZCash is also getting pumped. If we see here, the inclusion of ZCash to the platform has been approved by the New York Department of Financial Services. Just to give you a crux, right, for the first day that Gemini users will be able to buy and sell ZCash will be May 22nd. Right, so we can expect a good pump for another 2 or 3 days, and then we can go ahead and see what ZCash has gotten us for, because that will get corrected for sure after that, and this is one of the right times just to go ahead and book some profit in the ZCash as well. Now, if we talk about the Concensus event that is still going on, right, I have got a lot of questions from from my followers, and I've seen a lot of people commenting on Twitter and on other YouTube's videos as well, that Concensus is going on, why the price is not getting up, why the price is not rising up. So it's basically one of a scenario that I would like to give you an example, right? Concensus is an event where investors and both the companies or the altcoin companies or the coin companies are actually going ahead and present, right? So it's kind of a fair that everyone is involved in, right? So it's not like that if the investors are already present in the event, they will just go ahead and transfer their funds just to make sure that yes, they are investing in that particular project, right? There is only a team like 2 or 3 people, as in the form of investors, who are there attending the event, and they go ahead and do their homework as well. So when the consensus will end, definitely they will go ahead back to their office, they will discuss the whole project, and definitely they will decide what is the project that they should be putting the money in. And of course, like within a week or two, we can expect the funds coming back into the market after that, right? So that's how it works. It's not like a piece of cake that it's consensus is going on and why the price is not happening up, right? So moving on to the next news, like Nasdaq crypto exchange coming up, right? But the sad part is USA people cannot participate in that, right? So this has been news and this has been confirmed, right? The DEX, the first crypto exchange based on Nasdaq tech. So if you read this article, definitely we will be going ahead and dealing with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. In future, many more cryptocurrencies are expected to be added, which may also include smaller tokens, right? But if you can see here, not currently for the US customers. That is one of the sad parts, which I really feel pity about this, because this is something, US has got a huge market. Definitely it has got a huge market in itself, and every market counts, right? The Indian market, the Asian market, the Korean market, especially the US market, right? So, a lot of people are actually regretting about that, but since this is nothing that we can help, right? So let's go ahead and cover the next news. This is one of a good news that IBM to use Stellar for its first crypto token on a public blockchain. Now, we have been listening up and we have, came to know about this, that IBM has actually partnered with Stellar just to make sure for their own blockchain and all the data protection and everything, right? So it's a good news that, IBM to use Stellar for sure as their public blockchain platform to go ahead and make sure that, they are getting involved and the project is actually moving. So that's a good news for the Stellar and the IBM news part, if we talk about in that perspective, right? So let's move ahead and talk about one of the news which I would like to, discuss. The OkeX CEO quits to start new life as exchange overtakes Binance as world's largest. So all of a sudden we came to know that on May 14th, the CEO resigned, right? So this was something which is quite a shocking news and nobody was able to believe that. And the reason is quite unknown, right? And if you can see here, according to Bloomberg, meanwhile, Lee, who became OkeCoin's CFO in May 2016 before talking over running OkeX in May 2017, did not elaborate on why he had chosen to quit. And moreover, this happened on that occasion when they beat Binance in terms of volume, right? So they were the number one exchange. They became the number one exchange in terms of volume, right? So that is something which is quite strange, but this is what the news is, right? So as promised, I will be covering a coin for today, right? And that is something which is, let me just go ahead and open that for you. This is the coin which I was talking about, and that is TelCoin. Right now, a TelCoin is something which is a huge project, right? In itself, it is. I would not say that it's a humongous process, but definitely it has a capability or a potential to give you a huge return if we talk about in terms of money perspective, right? If we go on the coin market cap, let me just go ahead and open that for you quickly, and just open the TelCoin. If you see, the current price is only 23 satoshis, right? And it's available on the markets like KuCoin, HitBTC, IDEX, and Ether Delta, right? So we can see a lot of volume coming up in this, like $57 million. That is the market cap, right? The circulating supply is this much, and the current rank is 209. Now, what is TelCoin? TelCoin is basically working on a process where if you live in an area where you do not have any banks, right, and your relative wants to send you some kind of money, you can use your cell phone's prepaid amount or the balance. So suppose you want $500, or not $500, if you need $50 and you have a balance in your cell phone of $100 or $200, what you can do is, using your simple text message, you can just transfer those $50 to the needful person, and he will get that, and he can go ahead and use those $50 in the real world without going ahead and cashing out, right? So a lot of it's basically focusing on the Asian countries more, like Kenya and African countries, but definitely I seen quite interesting. It's quite interesting project to go ahead and be adapted by all of the nations as well, because this is something which is very easy. It does not require especially a smartphone, so it does not have to be both the users should be having smartphones. An ordinary phone which can go ahead and accept a text message can also go ahead and send and receive the payment in those terms, right? So I just want you to have a look at this coin. This is something which has a very good potential right now in terms of price. It's in negative because the Bitcoin is negative. So it is a right opportunity to go ahead and grasp some of the TelCoins within like 20 or 23 Satoshis straight away. And as I told you, KuCoin, HitBDC are the best platforms to get your KuCoins, right? So this was much about it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like the content, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and press the bell icon so that you get the instant notifications whenever we post any kind of new video, right? Also, I would like to request you, if you have any of the questions, please go ahead and feel free to go ahead and comment into the comment section, and we'll be glad to answer all your questions in that scenario. And I hope you like the sound quality today. We are working on the mic, but definitely it will take a day or two and we'll go ahead and make it better, right? So till the next time, guys, this is Avinash signing off. Please take care and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye and have fun.